This is the Sunshine Cathedral perspective. 200 asylum seekers were wrongfully expelled to Costa Rica, and it matters to LGBTQ. The United States should offer to bring back and hear the asylum claims of approximately 200 third country nationals, including children who were wrongfully expelled to Costa Rica in February, says Human Rights Watch. Costa Rica should also refuse future transfers of third country nationals expelled from the U.S.
The U.S. expulsions came after the U.S. government held migrants and asylum seekers in abusive detention conditions, sometimes for weeks on end, while denying them due process and the right to seek asylum.
It's reprehensible to dump families in a country they never chose with no process and no regard for their safety, said Michael Garcia Bochechnik from Human Rights Watch. And I'm quoting him again. Costa Rica and the U.S. should immediately let them seek asylum where they feel safe, end quote.
Costa Rica accepted a total of 200 expelled asylum seekers and migrants, including 81 children ranging in age from 1-year-old to 17 from the United States.
97 people have already returned to their home countries in circumstances that call into question whether their choices were truly voluntary, and 6 escaped from the Costa Rican Migrant Center where they were detained. Another 30 have applied for asylum in Costa Rica.
Human Rights Watch interviewed 36 people between March 1st and April 30th who said that they would face serious risks to their lives if sent back to their home countries. More than 2 months after their transfer to Costa Rica, about half of the third country nationals expelled from the U.S. have returned to their home countries. Those who have agreed to return did so after detention in the U.S. in abusive conditions and forced expulsions, which raises questions as to whether their decisions to return to their countries of origin were truly voluntary.
Almost all of the people Human Rights Watch interviewed said they had no opportunity while in the United States to explain why they feared returning to their home countries.
U.S. Customs and Border Protection agents separated families during these expulsions. In one case, they separated an extended family from Afghanistan, sending one woman to Panama, keeping her husband and 19-year-old brother in the United States, and sending the woman's sister, brother-in-law, and 14-month-old nephew to Costa Rica.
We can't know how many of the asylum seekers were LGBTQ, but as many as 20 would be a reasonable guess. And regardless of how many queer folk are among them, as a group targeted by the current administration, we certainly should be concerned about all the groups that are imperiled by the authoritarianism that currently threatens a great many of us.